Let's go. All right, here we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the More Street Talk Podcast Show. Another episode, but before we get started, as always, a moment of silence and prayer. Eternal God, our Father, we come before you with bowed heads and humble heart, just asking you to guide each and every step of the way. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen, amen, amen. All right, good morning, good morning. Wilbur Pernamore, Vincent D. Webb Street Talk Podcast Show, another episode. Good morning, Miss D, Miss K. Bell. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, you see I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
Out of breath tomorrow, so I'm glad to be back. You know, I had been sick with pneumonia, so this is my first day back and getting back in the swing of things.
Okay.
Kind of running rough, you know, this morning, kind of hard time breathing, but it is what it is.
Right.
So tell us again, where you from?
Oh, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, Indianapolis. You're not a Colts fan, are you?
I am, but they doing horrible right now. Oh my
I'm just
goodness.
doing
They got slaughtered yesterday.
Did they? I didn't see the game yesterday. I didn't even pay attention to the score. I was so busy yesterday.
You didn't miss nothing. The score was horrible.
So my boy, old Sean Battles, he be talking. That's his team. But hey, Sean, shout out to you, Sean Battles. Y'all need to come over with your homegirl sitting right here for me in the office with you. Yeah, but it's all good. You know, they'll come back. They'll bounce back sooner or later.
I hope so.
So tell me this: how's your hair business going? How's your salon coming along?
It's doing good. I just recently switched to just do mobile, cause that's where a lot of my clients are. So I just basically just go to people's houses now, cause it was wasting money to have a building and ain't nobody. Majority of 80% of my clientele is mobile. So I was like, let me just go ahead and save that money and just go ahead and cater to what is actually.
Oh, so you do house calls now? Only by appointments?
Yes.
Okay, so what's your business called now? It's the same. You just
still she rocking that hair.
She rocking that hair.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all don't know, Miss D is a beautiful hairstylist. She has her own business. And tell them the name of it again. If they want to get an appointment or something to come and talk to you, how can they reach out to you?
It's She Rocking That Hair, or on Google it's Styles by Dia, because I'm on Google. That's where I get a lot of clientele. So if you Google Styles by Dia or Mobile Barber, I'll come up. I'm right at the top.
Okay. So they hit you. They come pop first thing on there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So how's the business going?
It's going
transition. Good. How's the transition? Put it from having people come to you, now you go to them.
Oh, I was already doing mobile.
That's you doing both?
Yeah, I was doing both. That's why I ended up stopping, because it was majority of my clientele was mobile, so it made no sense to have a building if all I'm doing is going
back and forth.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what happens, though. You know, but until you find your niche and what's best. Or either, you know, what are the pros and cons? Is it worth for me to do it this way or worth for me to do it that way? Yeah. So this is paying off more?
Yeah. I mean, one, you can charge more because you're using gas. I travel outside of San Antonio and stuff. Like, I go to New Braunfels. I go to Verde, Texas. I've gone close to Austin, close to Corpus. And so, yeah, I travel. Like, people call. And I charge more because that's I got to go there and come back. So... But yeah, I go all over the city and all over the place.
Okay, good. So who does your hair?
Either me or I have two people that touch my hair. So right now I'm just doing it, but I have this one lady. Her name is Miss D. I call her Miss D. She's from California. She was an instructor. She specializes in short hairstyles. Like she be having me right. So if I got an event I gotta go to, I go to her. And then I have a barber who tapers the back of my head whenever, because you gotta have that style. You know what I'm saying? And his name is Tyron Morrison, and he's dope. Tyron Morrison.
Oh, Tyron.
Okay,
Tyron.
And so I have two people who touch my hair.
Okay, so, it's kind of like me. You know, I'm barber. You know, and I haven't cut hair in a while, but I'll be picky about who touched my
You
hair.
ain't lying.
You know, because man, I let a dude cut my hair, man. I was like, man, you know, but my hair grow fast anyway, so it didn't bother me that much. But I was like, man, I told you not to. So I normally cut my own hair, but now I let my nephew cut it, Andre the barber. Yeah. I let him cut it. I got him trained now where he know he won't go no other way with the way I tell him to go.
And that's how they are. Yeah, that's how. Because I want to be able, if I go to somebody, I want to be able to be like, they know exactly what I like. I can kind of give them an idea of what I want, and they can just do what they want, and they know, and I'm gonna like it. I don't like having to like be scared if someone's gonna jack my hair up. And both of them, I've already worked, like been going to them for so long. Where if I sit in his chair, I'm like, okay, this is what I want. But he know that I'm gonna check his work though afterwards, and I'll be all in there like, okay, I need to do this, and he don't care because we all are hairstylists, just like the lady who does mine, I do hers. Yeah. And she do this. I was like, here to come, go ahead, check it, go ahead, because she's an instructor, so it's like. I'm not scared. I'm like, go ahead, just go ahead and check it after I cut her hair. So
yeah, and that's how it be though. So, cause I tell you, boy, I be picky about my hair, you know, cause I had when I was young, I used to have a little curly afro, you know, and then when I got in high school, after high, I started going to college playing basketball. These guys were wearing short hair, and so the man, if you cut your hair and do this, and I said, man, I ain't cutting my hair. So they talked me into it. They told me, you can't play with us on the team. Now it was crazy, you know, back in them days. So I cut out my hair. I've been wearing it like this over 40 years now. You know, so it's the same. So tell me this: what's your favorite hairstyle? What you most like to rock?
Finger waves.
Finger waves.
Finger waves with some curls. I love that because it's low maintenance. I ain't gotta do jack. I don't like doing my hair. I'm not real. I don't like doing my hair. I don't. I really don't. So that's why I wanted to grow out, but I had cut it short. But so I'll go like if I can get finger waves and put like some curly little pieces in it. I'm great. I will. Yes, that's my favorite hairstyle to wear.
Okay, good. Okay, again, today's show is sponsored by the Moab Center, the Strategy Brothers, Joel Webb Senior Foundation. We're at 300 East Ramsey Street, the corner of McCullough. Here at the Moab Center, we have 3 event spaces available. We have the Joel Webb Training Center, which holds 40 to 60 people. We have our Greenwood Room, which holds about 40 to 60 people. And our large event center, the Williams Event Center, which holds about 175 people. So if you want to contact me about a mailbox or event space or office space, Vincent D. Webb, 210-990-2259. Also, if you call, you want to contact Jay Tate here at the Moab Center, handles our event coordinator. If you want to reach out to Terrence McNeil, the CEO of the Moab Center, you're more than welcome to reach out to. You can go to the Moab Center website, push tour, see what we have available. You can come and check out the facility. We're here at 300 East Ramsey Street, the corner of McCullough and Ramsey Street. And we are in 307 and 305, Suite 307 and 305. So, Ms. Little, tell me this. I know you was in the Odd Life of Shay Little, or the Top 5. And what's the other one? Top 5?
I was in the what?
Top 5?
No, I was not in that movie.
What's the name of the one?
Choices.
Choices. Boy, so much. Yeah. Choices, that's the one, right. So what was the one that was at Dave & Buster's?
It was both of them. It was premiered. Both of them premiered there.
Okay.
So I was in the first one that showed Choices, where everybody got my character confused and stuff.
No, I saw you in the you better not tell. Shout out to my boy Noah Bundy out there. He's the one that was on your roll, right? Y'all was sitting at the table. Yeah. So how did that come out?
We ended up having to redo the film. We redid it.
Oh, so he gonna re-air it again, revamped it or something?
Yeah, we already refilmed it. And I can't speak for him, so I don't know. Okay. Hopefully.
Yeah, I get him back on.
Hopefully he'll do another movie premiere. But yeah, we ended up redoing it. I think it's gonna be better than the first one. It was pretty good.
I like the first one too.
I didn't like people making my character think I was cheating. I was not cheating. I wasn't cheating.
She telling the secrets now.
I know I wasn't. I really, and they thought, yeah, he was a little jazzed. I was like, no, I wasn't. I wasn't cheating.
Yeah, you know you cheating on that man.
No, see, that's why you gotta watch the remake.
So I get Marcus back on. Shout out to Marcus Wallace out there for Top Choices, a great thing. So I hear it's gonna be redone again or revamped or whatever. I can't wait to see the new part now. So tell us now. Let's get to the music part.
Yeah.
Because I heard you one time at Loyalty Lounge. I think you had an event out there.
I did.
You hosted the event. I heard you sing there. And so after that, what's been going on?
Oh, man. I linked up with some great people, and we just finished a fire album. It's out now. It's in all digital platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Love Stories, and I got 2 music videos out for it. One's
Two
called,
music videos out?
That just came out. We released one every week.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was called Afraid to Fall in Love, and the last Friday, the music video Real came out. So I'm excited. This is one of my best projects that I've put out.
So who producing this for you?
Well,
Who's your
my producer is Keys to the Soul. His name is Eddie Keys. His business name is Keys to the Soul Productions, and he is phenomenal. Okay. Phenomenal. Like he was my vocal coach, and then we ended up playing around and redid one of the songs I had called Stressed Out. So we made it Stressed Out Unplugged. And then I came to him and we ended up, after I had 2 songs that I found out everybody and their mama had the beat for, he and I got a bunch of original beats from him. We was in his studio and just
seeing what fit.
Oh no, I would have songs and okay, well, it was executive produced by Marcus Wallace. So he came to me and would give me ideas about different stuff, and this was the first time I had somebody tell me what they wanted me to write about. And so I wrote it. Some of them already had songs in my folder, and I just made it work. So he kind of so he would tell me, I would give him my idea. He was like, okay, I like it, and then I'll go to Eddie Keys, and he'll make the beat for it, and then we'll go into the studio. I'll watch him while he made the beat, sing it, and then we'll go into the studio and lay it down. And we were doing this. I think we produced songs within 4 hours.
Okay.
So it
That's a lot of work, though.
Yeah, making the
beat
and recording.
Yo, believe me, I watch Cedric and my nephew and them, and I be like, they be going back. I be like, yeah. Back in the day, it wasn't all that. When I used to be in, the music, it wasn't all of that what it is now, because everything is digital. And back then it was real. We had real. Yeah. And so it's a lot of different. But I enjoy watching them and stuff. So how do you like the experience being in the studio?
I love it. It's my way to release my feelings because I'm not really good with expressing my emotions verbally. So when I get to write them down and go in the booth and sing it, one thing I can't say about Eddie Keys, he helped bring my lyrics to life. And he pushed me. He made sure I brought my A game every single song. So he pushed me to the best quality I can actually do. So I'm I appreciate that so much. So yeah. I loved it. So it was able to get my point across, emotions across, everything. So it's I can honestly say with this album, I can go and listen to it and I don't cringe. Sometimes you'll have an album out, sometimes you'll put some work out. I don't know about other artists, but sometimes I put some stuff out in the past and I was I'll go back and listen to it. And I'm what the heck was I thinking? Why am I hitting this type of a note? Why didn't somebody tell me? And so I don't feel that way on this album. I actually can listen to it all the way through and just love it. So I'm very excited about this project.
So tell me this. What's the difference in being in the studio and singing in front of a live audience?
Oh, a whole lot of difference. One, you don't have a bunch of eyes on you, and you can kind of really just be in your own zone, and you don't have to be conscious about how you look in, your facial expressions. You can kind of do what you want to do. And if you want to cut the lights off and sing in the dark, you can. Yeah. So and sometimes I have I'll come in the studio with a hoodie on, just put my hoodie on, and go into the thing. Heck yeah! And so I just, it's fun. You can, and then I don't know. It's just a whole great environment. You can just become one with whatever you're doing.
So as long as you've been singing, how did the voice coach help you?
A lot, because I think it's important to have somebody with me. It's important to have somebody that I work with who can sing also, because he can sing too.
Acapella.
Oh yeah, we did. I got an acapella track on there.
I always tell people, if you can't sing acapella, to me personally, you're not a singer.
I agree.
I just feel that the music the instrument and stuff just enhances or give you kind of like a guide, But if you could just sing, just get up there and just blow. Yeah. To me, you're a singer.
Because the voice automatically is an instrument anyway. Right. So if you don't know how to use that, then just sing with other instruments. It's gonna throw you off.
So you got an instrument. You got an all vocal on this album here.
Everything you hear except for 2 things. One's a beatbox. That's not me, and it's something else some claps. That's not me. But everything else on this track is called All My Love, and it's actually labeled acapella. Everything on there is me.
Okay. Good.
It's a nice though. That's when I look on the stats, that's one of the top favorites.
Okay.
On there, on my list. So yeah, it's a dope song.
Okay, so your new album is called
Love Stories by K Bell.
Love Story by K Bell. Y'all make sure you go download that music, check it out on all social media platforms. Tell me this. So how's the album cover looking? Who did that?
Oh, my boy. Dang, I know he gonna be mad. Okay. Crap. Maurice Redrick.
Maurice Redrick.
Yes, he has a business called Red Sea Photography. He did my album cover. I had a photo shoot. I set up a photo shoot with him, and he know I get nervous and stuff like that because I don't like people looking at me. I really don't.
Yeah.
I get nervous. It's just it's funny because I'm a performer, right?
Right. But
so
we all got our things about ourselves, but
Yeah.
we caught up on our little, what we self, that self stuff inside of that we don't think other people could see, or we worrying about if they see
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
So when I perform, I gotta turn that off. Even though I have like the biggest nerves, I really don't want nobody talking to me before I perform because I'm like, leave me alone.
Trying to get in it.
Yeah, and so I gotta turn all that off and. So when I see different people, I zoom into people I feel is like into me, and I feed off their energy.
Okay.
Anybody else that I don't pay attention to. So I just kind of then I'll try to work the room if I can. But he did my thing. He made me feel so comfortable. He had it set up nice, where it was like K Bell session. If he asked what my favorite bottle of wine was, had that ready. He does that for all his customers.
Okay.
And so we ended up shooting all these different types of looks, and it was funny. It was a unanimous choice between him, the person who manages me, and then me. We all end up falling picking the same picture for the album cover. And I was like, this is pretty funny. So this is it. It was really nice though. It's a nice little cover.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, okay, Bill. Let me find out. Let me find out you still cheating.
Oh my goodness! I can't cheat if I'm single. So it's like.
So you single?
I'm single.
No children?
No, I don't have any.
Oh man, so life been good to you, huh? Just been able to I want to do this, I want to do that, ain't got no strings attached.
That's a lyric in my song. Lyric in one of my songs.
I knew that, huh? That's why I brought it up. So tell me, so what do you base your songwritings to?
Personal experiences of people that I know that's gone through things.
Mm-hmm.
So I talk about real things. I just am not gonna lie. I really do. I talk about real stuff. I don't make anything up.
Okay. So I know we had talked once before, about things or whatever, but so you grew up with your mother and father. That influenced you a lot, or single parent?
Yes, because my parents were they were all into music. I have a musical family.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already embedded in you, in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it wasn't a real challenge for you, or was it like me, you trying to match up to your parents or whatever? Can you sing like them?
Well,
I get that a lot. Can you sing like your daddy? No, my daddy had that deep voice,
Well, I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know, because I heard stories about my mom singing when she was younger, and but then when she got older, I heard her sing a little bit, but she didn't sing a lot anymore. And my only bigger struggle was that because I grew up in church, and she was like, "You want to go sing for the devil?" I was like, "No, I don't." And so, but then when I first got into the studio and recording, I let her hear one of my first tracks. It definitely wasn't a gospel song, but she was actually all for it. It was funny because she's like, "I think you need to add a little this and that." And at that time, I was just getting into like vocal class and everything with a whole nother set of instructors. And I went and showed them. They said exactly what my mom said. She said, "See, I know a little something." So,
she put that little something on.
She did. She was there. My mom was one of my biggest supporters. I will definitely say that. She was. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. So the new album is already out?
It is. It was actually released. It was supposed to come out November 4th, but I bumped it up a little bit because I couldn't wait.
Uh-huh.
So it came out October 29th. So it's been out for at least a good
2 weeks
2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, almost 2 weeks. So almost 2 weeks. So yeah, it's doing pretty good. I can't complain. I'm still trying to promote it and everything.
Well, that's why I wanted you to come on. I'm always about trying to help somebody advertise their endeavors, You know, that's what it's all about, being a blessing to others. So if I can get you out there, help you reach more people, that's what I'm here for. And I just love the little album cover, the new one now. I just had to find out who did that.
Oh,
nice.
He's dope. Yeah, if you anybody go on Instagram or even on Facebook, they look up Red Sea Photography, you'll find them.
What's the name again?
Look up Red Sea Photography.
Red Sea Photography.
Red Sea.
Red Sea.
Red Sea.
Red Sea Photography. Okay, shout out to my man. Yeah, you did a great job on her. If you want to come on the show and advertise your business, you're more than welcome to contact me, Vincent D. Well, here at the Moab Center Street Talk podcast show. So, Miss Really, tell me this. So, I know you drove up here in your car and all of that. How's the weather out there today?
Oh man,
that traffic to get you this morning.
That and
had like, died down, because when I was looking at traffic, I said, "Oh man, all these wrecks out here this morning."
Yeah, and my car, because I got them little low profile tires, it don't do too well in the wetness, so I have to drive a little bit,
Oh yeah,
because I'll be swerving and I ain't trying to get no wreck.
Yeah, that's one thing about them tires and stuff, man. They get on, and people say, no, that oil is what gets you, that residue and stuff. When that water gets it, it makes it slick. So you have to be real careful. I'm glad you made it safely here, and enjoy talking to you always. So that new part of the movie that they did, why did they remake it though? Why did he go back and redo it? Choices, or top 5?
No, he didn't do top 5. It was just
choices. Just choices. Okay, so he just did choices. So top 5 is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I don't know what happened, but I'll find out sooner or later why. Was it something that you just didn't like about it? Or you just wanted to change your character?
I have no control over it. I was just an actress, so I was following my instructions. They said, hey, we got refilming. I was like, okay. So I did what I showed up.
Okay.
So
I thought it was something. I thought you were upset because everybody said you were cheating, so you wanted to get off the cheating part.
I did have complaints about that. I did. But at the same time, I had no control over it being remade. That was Marcus Wallace's decision.
So you happy now that it's getting cooler? You get tired of the hot weather? You like the hot, you like the cold?
No, I don't like hot and I don't like cold. But at the same time, I would rather deal with the cold than the hot because it's too hot here.
Man, I feel like and we had some blistering days.
It started in March. I was like, it just back. I don't know.
Well, you never know what the weather is now. So how you feel about the daylight savings and stuff going back? They talking about we weren't gonna have it this year, but we still did.
I'm so used to it. It don't bother me.
That's what I tell people. I'm so used to it. It's all been all my life. They gonna change, take it away, and the time never goes back or move forward. It'll just stay still. I don't see the difference really. You know the difference between day and night.
Yeah. So, I didn't do that stuff till I moved here. We didn't do that I don't know if they do it now.
Back east.
Yeah, we didn't do that in Indiana. So sometimes when I had moved here and I started to move out on my own, I never changed my class. I just knew what time it was. But now I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and change it just in case I end up having to slip up. Because, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I might not be on top of the game like I used to. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and switch it. But other than that, I didn't used to. I was like, well, I know what time it is, and I'm not about to keep playing with these clocks.
Well, I'm glad they automatically changed, because I sure wouldn't. I mean, I knew it, but I still forgot. I still didn't, but I looked at my clock and it was on time. So I'm glad they had all these digital stuff that it automatically do a lot of things for you. But I tell people all the time, we still got to do things manually. I don't care what you set up to run, or somebody got to set it up too.
Right.
So, but it's coming, everything in life, man. It's coming where you just push a button for anything you want to do.
That's dangerous, because what if things malfunction and things break down, then you're going to be lost.
I know they be testing them cars with no drivers and stuff, and they go by itself.
I'm kind
of scared of that myself.
Like, drive me off the ditch.
And then you watch some commercials by Siri and all that stuff. You tell you what to do, and then commercial, they always throw you off the road.
Yeah.
I said that's a commercial that I never want to see in real life. You be talking to the car, and the car talking back to you. Fool, shut up. I'll run you off the road.
Alexa already get on my nerves.
Yeah. And my ex-mother-in-law, boy, she just loved that thing. She asked it anything. So, yeah. But I enjoy, talking to you all the time. It's a pleasure to have you, Joe. You want to shout out to anybody out there?
Oh, yeah. I want to give a shout out to, for definitely everybody who helped with my album. Marcus Wallace, Eddie Keys, Maurice Frederick. I want to give a shout out to all you guys, because without you, my project would not have happened, and I'm very appreciative of all three of you guys. So thank you.
So let me ask you this. I see you nice today. You nice dressed. You ready for the winter and stuff. You got your all black on. You know that's the colors for winter, the dark color. That's why you got on dark today.
No, I wear dark all the time.
You wear dark all the time.
I wear dark all the time.
So what's your workout regimen? How you keep yourself in shape? How you keep your voice together and all that? What's the secret? Tell us the secret.
You really want to know?
Yeah, I really want to know.
Oh,
They
no.
want to know.
No, nobody cares. Nobody
Yeah,
wants to know.
They want to know.
Oh, but shout out to everybody who has also downloaded my album. I don't forget about you guys. But my secret, honestly, is I mean, people make fun of me, but I literally I do a ton of crunches a day, and I run in place. I'll run in place for like 30 minutes to an hour. I'll just put on a good show, and I'll just run in place, and then I'll do crunches.
So there's no food regimen like vegetarian or veggie?
Well, I am a vegetarian, but my diet is not always the best because I have a huge sweet tooth. So I will tear some cookies, some brownies, and everything up. Like I have some. No,
you got cheat days.
No, every day is a cheat day.
Oh man!
But now I'm really trying to lose some weight. So
lose some weight.
Yeah, everybody say that. But yeah, I know it. Women, you know what I'm talking about. You know when you bring something. Okay, so so what I'll do is I'll end up like eating some yogurt and granola, and I'll eat granola bars, and I love smoothies.
Okay.
And I always put like fat burners or diet down things in them because it'll help kind of like curb my appetite, so I won't be so hungry.
It keep your metabolism to.
I don't know about that, but it'll make me not hungry where I won't be wanting to eat all day and stuff. So, but I usually get a whole bunch of stuff that's low fat. If I eat things, I try to find like low fat, or the bread is like whole grain bread that I get. I eat stuff I try to eat things high in fiber.
I remember when I was younger, like you say, in the choir and all that. When I was in school, the choir director was our voice coaches and stuff, And man, we talking about you need to do this and do that. I'm like, man, if I can't sing and I have to do all that, I don't want to sing.
Yeah.
He said, well, you gonna learn, and you start to you gonna learn well, And sometimes I was hard headed. A lot of times I'm still like that, hard headed in a lot of ways. When people tell you stuff, sometimes it's like, man, I ain't finna do all that. But you got to stick to the process. A lot of times we divert from it, trying to put our own 2 cents in it because of that's who we are. God give us choices. So a lot of times the choices I made wasn't the right choices. You run across a situation like, dog, I should have listened to them.
Right. You sure right? Because I know everybody's different, but if I know I got a scene, depending on what type of production it is, I don't encourage everybody to do this, but this is what I do. Usually I will starve myself till after I sing because I don't want nothing messing with what I got because it's so strict on everything. You can't eat dairy or drink dairy. You can't. You have in order to like pretty much, how they say it, make sure your vocal cords are nice and moist. You gotta drink water at least 2
right.
3
I
hours.
was going to ask you about how you water intake.
Oh, I drink water. I try to drink water throughout the whole day. Like that's really all I drink.
Yeah, that was one of the things I have to make sure you get plenty of water to keep your vocals moist.
Yeah.
And they don't dry up as much because when you in that air breathe in, it dries you up. So that's why one thing you should always keep you some water at all times. Even when you're on stage and stuff. Yeah. Well, I have this spray I use.
Yeah.
Cause that just especially when you sing a lot. Man, we used to be on circuit. Oh Lord, how much. And so them days are gone, long gone. I was at an event yesterday with the old guy I used to be with, Carl LaFron, the group Carl LaFron. Andy played the bass and Roddy played the save at Tank's Pizza yesterday. So he has a new jazz band he just started. You sing jazz?
I love jazz.
Oh,
I didn't even know they had stuff here for jazz.
Oh man, my partner Roger, he just started a new jazz band. I introduced you to him, because he loved, he always trying to help people, just because he's old school, in his 60s and stuff, and he's still out there blowing that sax. You catch him at Tony G's a lot on Sundays. But I introduced you to him, get you hooked up with him. They have a great band. He always looking for artists to sing and stuff, especially female artists, because a lot of music, nowadays it is female. It used to be a male-dominated, but now it's a lot of female artists out. And there's a lot of hidden jewels people don't know about. You have any special guests or appearances on your album?
Yes. One of them, I don't know who she is, but it was like she was already on the track and singing the hooks, and I just wrote according to her, so I don't really know who she is, so I can't. But the person but I do have another
feature
on it is M. Cali. So he.
Oh, M. Cali.
I actually remade one of his songs.
Yeah, I seen Marcus yesterday. He was at that event I'm talking about. At Tank's Pizza yesterday. I saw Marcus.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's on it, and he has a song called "I Love You," and I asked permission if I can remake it. So I ended up remaking it. He got on it. He still sung that. Oh, instead of him singing at the beginning, he sung at the second verse, and I came in, and so I remade one of his songs, and so he's the other feature on the album.
Good. So the people here, do you get a lot of support from other artists?
Can I plead the fifth on that?
Okay.
Can I plead the fifth on that one?
Well, you know, and see, that's one thing I be telling people. It's no room for nobody to have nothing to say about nobody else because we all have our ways. And there's no such thing as a bad way, to me, just personally. And I feel that everybody deserves, whether you like them or not, just support them. You know, you don't have to agree with everything.
I will say this, though. I will say, and it's not just here, but it's everywhere. I feel, and this is what I talk to my manager about a lot. I feel like nowadays, the only time people support you is if they have something to do with whatever it is that you got in your project. Then they'll go ahead and support you because they had a hand in it, and people want to feel like they can take credit. But if they don't have a hand in anything that you're doing, a lot of times you don't get support because they're not really rocking with you because they ain't got nothing to do with it. So that's what I do feel, and I honestly believe that. But there are a handful of people that will still, support you, whether they had nothing to do with it or not, because they really like your music. And then there's a handful that they won't support you.
Well, that's how it is, and then it's sad, but it's true, So tell me this, when you go to events, do you have doubt about the place itself or the people that you feel that will be there?
It's not really about the place. And I guess from after me throwing my event, and then when you see other events, it's more or less like when you're throwing an event and you're asking people to pay a certain amount of money, and there are people they don't really know who they are, then it's like, okay, well, I'm about to pay this much money, and am I gonna like what I hear?
Right.
Are they gonna really make me feel like I'm getting my money first? So I understand that from a consumer's point of view after I actually put on my own production. So that's basically what it is, because you never know what you're about to hear, and sometimes I don't mind people singing their own stuff, but it's like I went to hear this one artist because I ended up doing a fashion show with her I don't know, I think it's her auntie. I think her name she goes by Belle.
Belle.
Is that yeah? And so that was my first time meeting her, and I actually liked what she did. Like, she mixed in originals with her original. I knew which one was original because I never heard it, but I like how she mixed it together. And I think she's a really dope artist. And so I'm learning that I learn from different people. That's why I go out, because I like to scope out my competition. So, and I want to see, okay, what's working for other people and what's not. Because I grew up since I was the youngest / middle child. It's easy to learn from your other people's mistakes, so you don't make those same mistakes. And so when I go out and look at other performers, I'm looking at, okay, what are they doing that I might not be doing, so I could up my game. Not mimic them, but like create my own style. But if I see stuff that I feel, okay, they not liking they do what they're doing, let me not make that same mistake. So I go out to kind of study. That's what I do. I go support, but at the same time, I go study other artists when I go out.
Good. That's the way it should be with everybody, though. For my personal opinion, you should go out and see other people and see what you can do to critique yourself.
Right.
It's all about what you see in somebody else or see others to critique yourself, so you don't make the same mistake or enhance what you're already doing. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I had Belle on the show after she won the Apollo. Yeah, when she won, I was like so amazed. That little young lady can sing.
Yeah,
but I knew her auntie before I met her. I already knew her auntie, and she introduced her and stuff. So I had a great time when she came on the show and she talked about some things. And her little event was real nice. She was there.
Yeah, the Mother's Day.
Yeah,
I walked in it.
Oh, you did?
I did. I walked in that show.
All right. See, you be getting around, don't you?
I don't like how you said that.
Yeah.
No,
that ain't the cheating part.
I don't like how you worded that.
I'm not saying it for the cheating part.
Yes, I try to network because I like you. People ain't gonna put K Bell in a box. I try to do my thing. I really do.
Okay, good. Again, today's show is sponsored by the Joel Webb Senior Foundation. The Strategy Brothers. We here at the Moab Center, 300 East Ramsey Street. If you want to come on the Street Talk Broadcast Show and advertise your business, advertise your endeavors, please reach out to me, Vincent D. Webb, 990-2259. Again, the Morehead Center, we have 3 different event spaces available. We have the Joel Webb Senior Training Center, which holds about 40 to 60 people. We have our Greenwood Room, which holds about 40 to 60 people. And we have our large event center, the Williams Event Center, which holds about 175 people. So if you're interested in hosting an event, you want to come on the Street Talk Podcast Show, reach out to me, Vincent D. Webb, here at the Morehead Center, 210-990-2259. Gonna give a couple shout out to some restaurants out there today. Man, y'all make sure y'all go check out my boy Tyrone Polk at Pokelicious on New Braunfels Street. Got some good old food over there. Also go to Wings and Waffles on the corner of Hackberry and Commerce Street, Bar and Wings and Waffles. Oh, they off the chain. I think my boy Jimmy Starr, you know Jimmy, right? Mm-hmm. Jimmy live in there. He's a
really?
wing, right? He told me, say, where am I living there? And so shout out to Ron Bound and Xavier over at Wings and Waffles. Man, y'all brothers doing a great job. Shout out to Kylie, Young Yada. They had great performance this weekend, I heard. So and shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to the Soul Food out on Walsham, Mr. AOK Kitchen and Miss Kitchen Soul Food. Shout out to Sunny D, Southern Soul Food. Man, we got the soul food going on. So the barbecue places, Big Bibs Barbecue. I also have Big Bibs 2, which is the jazz place. You heard about Big Bibs 2? It's a jazz place, so you get your jazz together now. We're gonna start jazzing. So again, today's show is sponsored by Joel Williams Seniors Foundation. We here at 300 East Ramsey Street. Ms. Della, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today. And to tell them again how they can get a release on your new album.
So you can go to iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer. What's the other ones? Like any of the Amazon, iTunes, Amazon, and there's so many other ones. Like it's on the whole album's on YouTube. So if you don't have any of these other ones, you can go look up K-Bell Love Stories off of YouTube and get the whole album and play it and download it from there. That I recently found out. So it's any platform of music that you use to listen to. You can go just like I said, look up K-Bell, K-E_BEL, and it's called Love Stories, and you will not be disappointed.
All right, so y'all make sure you check out the BBSA new place over here off of Coliseum in Houston Street. They have a nice place. If you have a business, you can have your business downstairs and you can live upstairs. They got one of them kind of cities. Go shout out to Nikki Cleaver. She doing some great works in the community. Great business person. She got a big event coming to the Jordan Harris Expo. I think it's December the 3rd. So if you're a vendor and you want to be a part of that, reach out to Nikki Cleaver with the BBSA. And shout out to BEDA, BEDBA. Their organization. They have great events going on. They help the community. So if you're a small business owner and you want to get in some of these groups, you can contact me, Vincent D. Webb. I'll get you hooked up to these different groups. And they're also all on social media after do. And shout out to the African American Chamber of Commerce. They doing great works here also. So I'm looking forward to work with the NCAA. You know, they got a new president or they're going to be voting for one or whatever, which way it go. But they also do great works in the community too. And then shout out to the Black Museum Center out there on New Braunfels Street. I think it's 700 or something like that, New Brown Street. If you're interested in some black artwork and stuff, go shout out there to Miss Williams, the director over there. So I'm looking forward to going by. I need to get by there. I've been telling I was going to come, but I hadn't had a chance to make it. I just love me some black art. This is my homegirl, Margie Griffin's design. If y'all know Margie Griffin's design, she does some great work. She does African-American black artwork, handmade. All that's handmade. Looks nice. You like that?
It's nice.
So y'all check out Margie's design. Margie Nell Griffin, she also is a singer. Oh, she's been singing for about 55 years now. And she's a great singer. So shout out to my homegirl, my schoolmate, my classmate, my dear friend Margie Nell Griffin. And all the class of 1981 at Fox Tech High School. Anything else you want to say, Ms. D?
Oh no, just thank you for all the support.
All right. Again, today's show is sponsored by Joel Webb Senior Foundation. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out of here. Love y'all.